KSL News at 4 starts now.
Afternoon, a 26-year-old man accused of targeting women in at least 4 hit-and-run crashes has been named and a suspect of yet another crash, this one in Summit County.
News specialist Shara Park just spoke with investigators. She joins us now live. All right, Shara, tell us about this new victim and how she's doing.
Yeah, Micah and Ashley, we are told that this woman is going to be okay. She was hit and left on the side of the road in Park City. She was taken to a hospital. We're told she had non-life-threatening injuries. Now, this is yet another case that is tied to 26-year-old An Pham, who is already in custody, accused of terrorizing women all over the Salt Lake Valley by hitting them with his white car and leaving them badly injured in the road. This new case that has come to light happened March 5th as a woman was walking along Sun Peak Drive and Bear Hollow Drive in Park City. Like the other cases we reported, the woman was hit from behind by a white car and then left in the road. A passerby saw that woman and was the one who actually called 911. Now, at the time, the Summit County Sheriff's Office didn't have a lot to go on when it came to finding the driver, but then Pham was arrested, and the pattern of his alleged crimes cracked the Summit County case open.
The next few weeks, in some conversations with some of our law enforcement partner agencies in the Salt Lake Valley, we were able to start to piece together some similarities in the cases, and that led our investigators in that direction.
Now, Pham has been charged with attempted murder in 4 hit-and-run cases involving six victims in the Salt Lake Valley. After those charges were filed, KSL identified 2 more hit-and-run cases where he is also being investigated as the driver, including a March 2nd hit-and-run case at 1300 East and 900 South, and a March 12th hit-and-run in the Avenues that was actually captured on video. Now, I reached out to the Salt Lake County Attorney Sim Gill today to find out if any other cases have come to his office, if they're being screened, including those 2 cases I just mentioned there. I'll tell you what he had to say coming up at 5 o'clock. As for this 7th case now identified in Summit County, I'm told investigators are still working on piecing together some of that digital evidence, perhaps videos, cell phone data, maybe looking at whether or not he was specifically in that area. But as soon as they have all that evidence, they're going to turn that case over to the Summit County DA and screen charges in that case in that county. Mike and Ashley, I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, disturbing allegations, and they seem to keep on coming. All right, thank you.
Well, right now, the Salt Lake City,
California.
Well, Chopper 5 giving us an exclusive look of the cherry blossoms in their peak bloom at the Utah State Capitol today. This week is actually your best chance to experience them in person. They typically bloom in the first 2 weeks of April. Just such a beautiful sight. Devin joining us now, and a great as you see it.
New developments tonight in the case of an accused serial hit-and-run suspect charged for targeting women with his car. 26-year-old An Pham has been linked to yet another case here, this time in Summit County. This special Shara Park joined us live now with the details on this. Hey, Shara.
Hey, Mike, you know, it is hard to believe that here we are once again talking about another hit-and-run case, but this new case that has come to light is the 7th case now linked to 26-year-old An Pham. Now, this new case happened on March 5th around 4:45 as a woman was walking along Sun Peak Drive and Bear Hollow Drive in Park City. Like the other cases that we've reported, the woman was hit from behind by a white car and left injured in the road. A passerby saw her there and called 911. She was taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Now, at the time, the Summit County Sheriff's Office didn't have a lot to go on when it came to finding the driver. But then Pham was arrested for a hit-and-run in Salt Lake City, and the pattern of his alleged crimes cracked the Summit County case open.
Our investigators believe that they do have enough similarities and information to consider him a suspect in this case.
Now, Pham has already been charged with attempted murder in 4 hit-and-run cases involving 6 victims in the Salt Lake Valley. Since those charges were filed and announced, KSL has identified 2 more hit-and-run cases, one on March 2nd at 1300 East and 9th South, and one on March 12th in the Avenues, and that hit-and-run was actually captured on camera. Now, today, Salt Lake County District Attorney Sim Gill confirmed that his office will be screening charges on Wednesday for those 2 additional hit-and-run cases that I just mentioned. In his statement to KSL-TV today, he said, quote, "We thank our colleagues in law enforcement for their continued diligence." Now, Simgill has encouraged law enforcement agencies along the Wasatch Front to review their cases, their hit-and-run cases, to see if there is any connection to Enfam. As for this 7th case now identified in Summit County, the sheriff's office tells me that they're still in the process of collecting evidence in the case, but once they have that all wrapped up, they will turn it over to the Summit County District Attorney to screen charges. For Live at 5 in Salt Lake, I'm Shara Park.
All right, Sheriff, thank you. Police in West Valley City investigating.
Thank you. Well, a West Valley man is behind bars today, accused of firing 15 rounds into a wall of his apartment while his roommate slept on the other side of that wall. 39-year-old Juan Carlos Solis was booked into jail on 15 counts of felony discharge of a firearm and property damage. His arrest document said that he was upset about his financial situation and missed his child and decided to take his frustration out on the wall instead of hurting himself. Police say no one in the home was hurt. And of course, they're reminding everyone with this incident that if you want to talk to someone, if you're in a situation like this, worried about hurting themselves, you can call or text 988 at any time of the day.
Some disturbing allegations against his house for it. All right, thanks, Mike. All right, so take a look at this. Spring, it's in full bloom. State Capitol, that's beautiful, isn't it? Chopper 5, our crew's on the ground there capturing the beautiful cherry blossoms surrounding the complex there.
Kevin, you told us this was going to peak this weekend, and you called it.
Well, the interesting thing is the blossoms popped out last week, but with the sunshine coming this week.